Over the years, I've accumulated many specialty subcontractors and suppliers. In order to pull off a project like this, I called on one of my long-term, reliable partners in reclaiming materials. That they have an operation in the States as well as in France and Italy. And so I called on them once again to provide me with the materials that I would be able to do an authentic old world style, which turns out the best way that we could obtain that was to actually go to France. We started in the south of France and worked our way up through the little towns and villages till we got to Burgundy and then up through the Champagne, and that's where our journey ended. And along the way we accumulated beams in one village, roof tiles in another village, and so on. We came back to the States, and our partner in France procured all the materials that we had chosen and collected those in the warehouse in order to ship them to the States when we were ready for it. 37 ocean-going 40-foot containers to provide not only the stone and the beams and so forth, but also the sand. We had to have specialty river sand for the grout mixtures, and we had to use the different other associated materials that came along with it. Each container was hand unloaded down at the street level and brought up individually to stage up here at the job site. As you see behind me, we have a custom fireplace here with the herringbone roof tiles that are used on edge on the interior of it. I wanted to have a substantial fireplace that one could walk into as they did in the old days. And so you can see that's quite an opening that we have here. The stones were assembled in France and numbered and sent to us here for the French masons to do the installation. The floor stone is limestone as well, and this required multiple cuts and fits to put it all together because it doesn't come as a kit. It comes original, pulled off of the floors of palaces. The beams are 17th century beams that were taken out of barns and palaces and castles, wherever one could find the materials that are no longer being used. And rather than have them diminish into the earth and rot away, we salvaged them and brought them back. The plaster on the walls is a lime-based plaster that's unique to the French technique. It provides the color that's solid through, as well as 3 coats of French wax, beeswax finish over the finish. Can lights would not be appropriate in a home like this. They didn't have can lights back in the 18th century. So all the fixtures are custom handmade from South America. Our wall sconces and chandeliers add to the ornamental look of the house. The windows and doors are from Italy. The fact that I found these windows 20 years ago in my journeys, and I thought they're so beautifully made that one day we had to use them in the appropriate location in a house of this means. We finally had our opportunity to contact with the Italian factory. They custom made all the wood windows and doors in the house, and the steel windows allow for good waterproofing for the southern exposure. And so they have a combination of steel windows and doors as well as the Italian chestnut windows and doors. The limestone floors and the hardwood floors are all 17th, 18th century reclaimed materials. There's minimal upkeep. It's the stone floors. You're not going to damage the stone. It's just a damp mop, and that's all you have to do. The hardwood floor is the same thing. It's a French white oak. It's very solid, very hard, and it has a clear seal coat that allows for the natural look of the hardwood to come through. The house had an existing footprint here that we worked off of. Although we expanded and stretched and pulled it to make it a little bit larger to fit the site. From there, it was all hand framed with select materials of the best that we could find. During the process, the beams and stone was arriving on site. So as soon as the windows and doors went in the house, we were able to start on the application of the exterior stone and plaster, which I had brought masons and plasterers from France in order to pull off the authenticity of this project. At the same time, we had the clay roof tiles, which are over 100 years old, that were installed on the roof to give that authentic French clay roof tile look. So the breezeway was done after the main house was built because the roof pitch changes on this section, and for the posts and beams to line up adequately, that had to come after the house as well. Even the plinths that their posts are sitting on, these are 200-year-old stones. Here we are on the back side of the house, which is just as beautiful as the front side of the house. That was the number one priority wherever you stood in the property, that you could see the beauty of what we've created here. You have the limestone coins at the windows and the corners and the doors, and that blends into the rubble that's the field stone that ties it all together. The soffits have French white oak wood corbels that mimic the rafters that would be supporting the soffit. And then the fascia board is the reclaimed French white oak as well, with the half-round copper gutters with the decorative brackets. Creates that charming look that everybody loves so much. This is what the French call their rubble. It's the field stone. But this goes in after the stone coins that surround the windows and doorways and the exterior corners. Rubble is put in one piece by piece with the river sand grout that is exposed more than you typically see, because that's how the French do that. The wall sconces at the entry were purchased from France, antiques, 10 years ago, before this property was available to us, with the understanding that one day we would be able to find the right property and create our masterpiece here with the antique sconces. So we had those rewired here locally so they'd meet US standards, and then we found the perfect niche here at the front door for them to fit. The southern exposure of the property allows for full-time day sun that's just delightful to have, which is unusual when you have a 3-acre parcel of forested areas. You have this bluff top open meadow area here that allows for that.
I see a beautiful woodland everywhere I look in the house. The radiant floor heat is so comfortable. I love the little fireplace. It's so beautiful. What a luxury to have a fireplace in your bedroom. We see wildlife all the time. It's beautiful to wake up with the sunshine in the woods out the windows, and oftentimes we see deers grazing.
I knew we could pull it off, and so I had 110% confidence in myself and my team that I'd selected, and the subs and suppliers I've gathered over the many years I've been building custom homes, that this was going to be one of the most beautiful homes I ever made.
It was an art project that we enjoyed doing together.